Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire Service. Let's talk Dallas area baseball. Of course, the state championship for them. Nick Kocher is joining us. He is a junior and really was a tremendous workhorse for the Dallas Mountaineers pitching staff. Of course, did pretty good at the bat as well. And Nick, welcome into the show, and tell me how you're feeling a couple weeks later.
Thanks for having me, John. Really just now it's starting to settle in. Like, when it happened, it was just so surreal that I couldn't really even believe that was happening. But now that we started doing all of these little events after the fact, getting onto that, Little League field, the courthouse, it's starting to, really hit me that we could accomplish something so incredible.
And what an effort it was with so many injuries this year, including a big injury before the season with a senior who didn't even get to play.
Oh, yeah. It was tough. Lee Ecker was supposed to be our number one guy and handle most of the starting pitching, our starting pitching roles. But Darren Kordesky really stepped up for us, came in big, and just threw great whenever we needed them to.
How about for you? Did you feel like you really kind of developed this year with your pitching, or did you always have a pretty good arm and this would just happen to fall into place that it was your year?
I think I definitely developed throughout the year. Just being able to throw in so many games, I had plenty of time to actually work on throwing strikes, throwing different pitches for strikes, and getting all of my off-speed pitches to be working.
Talk about the development of your pitching. Was it just your coaching staff at Dallas? Did you have somebody else working with you over time? Take us through how you kind of studied it yourself and what you were able to accomplish by learning a little bit on your own.
It was mostly due to our coaching staff. Coach Casey, Coach Narcombe, Coach Ayton, Coach Shayas. All of them would give me a pointer here or there that would help me develop my game. I would also talk to the other pitchers like Lido or Kordesky and Lee occasionally, so we just help each other out, see what's working for them, and maybe it'll help work for me.
How about here for the summer? You playing any baseball right now?
Yeah, right now I'm playing for baseball UPA up in Scranton.
And talk about some of your teammates that you have there and the fun you have with some of those guys. I'm sure they're from all over northeastern Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, we got tons of guys up there from all different schools, from anywhere from Dallas up to Lakeland, Valley View, Sem, Tunkhannock. It's all around, but great group of guys, becoming a close group of friends over the past few weeks, being able to play ball with each other all the time.
How about the knowing of when to kind of rest up with that arm and when to kind of push forth? Have you been able to rest a little bit after pitching a good amount of innings there for Dallas?
Yeah, I had about a 2 weeks rest before I pitched again, right after the state tournament. And right now I have a little bit of a break since we don't have any tournaments this weekend. So just more time to rest and ice up and get ready for my next appearance.
And Nick, let's talk about your team overall. Take us through some of the guys on the team that, the senior leadership I think was so important with this team because you guys really have young talent, a lot of sophomores, a couple of juniors in there, but take us through some of those seniors that stepped up as leaders.
Yeah, senior that stepped up the most for us, J.D. Barrett, just leading the team always. Him, Christo Huntington, a good vocal leader for us, always kept us straight whenever we start to goof off. Then Charles Giacometti, even though he wasn't able to play most of the year, he was still able to coach us and help us get better as a team.
Talk a little bit about your coaching staff. I know you mentioned a little bit about how they helped you with the pitching, but how about them overall as a staff and able to get you guys to kind of believe with that tough start that you guys had, but you found a way to keep going through and 13 straight there?
Our coaches always helped motivate us even when we're down on that that 2-6 slump. Bob Ayton, for example, he'd always tell us that even the games we'd be losing, we were always the more talented team. And then once we lost that 6th game, we started to truly believe that and just continue to like push forward with that mentality for the rest of the season.
A lot of baseball guys at Dallas. Talk a little bit about, if that's going to be your future, if you're thinking about doing that at the college level, and I know it's still a year away, but are you getting some more looks after a great junior year?
Oh, yeah, I've had a few coaches contact me. I'm definitely hoping to play at the next level, as I assume a lot of guys on our team are planning to, too.
Does it matter to you what level you play at? Some guys are kind of set on, hey, I want to be in a Division I school. Hey, I want to be close to home. Hey, I just want to go where the program fits me. Have you given that much thought as far as where you may end up?
Yeah, like, obviously it's everyone's goal to play Division I, but that's not, like, the only factor that comes into play. Even if I find, like, some Division I schools, but there's a D2 or even a D3 school that fits me better, I'd rather go to one of those.
Nick, talk a little bit about the people around you, your family, your friends that support you and kind of, keep encouraging you to do the great stuff that you're doing.
Oh, yeah, my parents always congratulating me and before and after every game, getting me ready for those, giving me ice after the game to help the rehab process, and all of my friends and family in the community, the ones that don't play baseball, have been so supportive throughout the whole season, coming to all our games and just congratulating us for our victory.
Couple moments throughout that year this year. Again, you mentioned, hey, we were down on our luck. Coaches kept kind of get us going, firing us up a little bit. Take us through a couple key moments this season that you remember as pictures to say, boy, that was incredible, whether it was the parade on the way home. You mentioned some of these, being honored at the Little League in recent days and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, the last out of both the district championship and the state championship were both just incredible feelings. Those, as well as, the parade was just amazing. Coming back to the school and having a huge crowd of a few hundred people waiting there for us, that was incredible. I didn't think we'd ever have that many people. And honestly, just the amount of fans that went to the state championship game that was 2.5 hours away on school day, still having that much support meant a lot to us.
Well, Nick Kocher, congratulations. I know there were some challenges along the way this year for the Dallas Mountaineers, but you guys are the state champs, and enjoy the rest of your summer.
Hey, thanks, you too. Thanks for having me.
Dallas Mountaineers baseball state champs here on the Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire Service.